What's going on, guys? It's Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear, and today we've got a first impressions, not an unboxing, because I've already got it out. This knife I actually have already had in my possession. If you have been a subscriber for a while, you know that I did a raffle for a wonderful man in this community, Rodney. Used to be Gary Core EDC, now it's Knife-tastic. Crap, I don't remember if that's the whole thing. Anyway, he's changed his YouTube channel. I'll have it linked down below. But anyway, Big Red. Well, I had so many people that had so many people that gave knives and donated knives for that raffle. It was an amazing experience to see the generosity of this community. It blew me away. And especially Big Bore Knife and Gear. He sent two knives that were good knives. Well over a $200 mark. And one of them, the gentleman who won it, he liked it, but he never carried it. I kept up with him, as far as back and forth. And he said he wanted to try to get rid of it. And I was like, well, maybe I'll buy it from you. He wanted to get a trade done because I had something he wanted, and I traded him. And I came out a lot better than So I got a really good deal on this guy. You're like, shut up and let us see the knife. So it is the Red Horse knives, the P series Hellraiser. So you've seen it on the channel before, but I really didn't get to carry it. I didn't get to use it, nothing like that, because it wasn't mine. So here it is. This, I mean, like I said, I did a trade and I paid the guy some money, but I came out really good as far as this knife, and I'm really stoked. I thought it was an interesting design, and I'm really glad to be able to now have it and carry it, and let's see what this thing is all about. So first thing you're going to notice is this wonderful twill carbon fiber that is like milled, kind of contoured, really well done. This is the first Red Horse knives that I have ever handled, and of course the P series means it's a production model. Red Horse knives they did a lot of mid-techs and customs, and they collaborated, and I'll find out who made these because I'm really not sure, but they collaborated and to a production company and made one of their knives just at a production price. This one is the Pvd Coated. Look at that shit. This one is Pvd Coated. They had one that was just the regular satin. They had, and this is carbon fiber, they had one in G10. Oh, man, I'm telling you. So it's a polarizing design. I get it. It is called the Hellraiser because it has the kind of the razor blade thing going on. It's razor blades are usually, or I guess razors, like a straight razor, are usually not as much belly. I don't think I've never really had many straight razors, but this thing is just wicked looking. S35 VN steel, wonderfully done carbon fiber, and then you have a titanium pocket clip with steel liners. And as you can see, you only have the thumb stud on the one side. And the pocket clip only goes to the one side. It's right hand tip up only. So lefties out there, it's not going to be a great one. I did see that you could, it's a replaceable thumb stud, and I think it's titanium too. We'll go over all the stuff in the full view, but if you'll see, there is no relief cut here, but on this side there is. So even if I was to flip this around and like send this to Lefty EDC, it wouldn't work. And he was really stoked too. He really wanted to check this out, but he told me like right before I recorded this video that if that wouldn't work, then trash it. So I don't know if he's still going to want to check it out or not, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, it looks great. The carbon fiber is really well done, but this is seriously, and I've said this about a couple of different knives. The last one I said it about was the Wee Banter by Ben Peterson. That knife had the best thumb stud action. I mean, it flew out of there like crazy, and I was really surprised. And I was really surprised that I liked that knife anyway. But it did. It was very, very nice. This is taking the cake for, see, I'm trying to fail it, for thumb stud action. Like, you can barely fail a deployment on a thumb stud. And if I'm going straight up, you can do that. But I mean, if I'm flipping this, because I tried to do this earlier and I didn't fail, but I was doing it regularly instead of trying to go straight up. It flies out of there like, oh, it's the best feeling I have felt on a thumb stud knife. Now, I don't usually like one-way of deployment, especially if it's just a flipper or if it's just thumb studs. And if it's thumb studs, I'd like to be able to do the reverse flick. Can't do that on this. But this flicking action is so much fun, I might be able to get past that. And then, of course, look at this. Yeah. Running on bearings, ceramic detent ball. The fall shut action is like what it is on some of my higher end knives, like, you know, $500-600 knives. So the fact that this guy, I'm pretty sure you could buy it when they first came out, like $225, $235 with a Pvd coated. I think $215 for the satin. I'm pretty impressed. I'm impressed. One thing I really love is it's got a crowned spine. If I can get it to focus, it's kind of hard. Crowned spine. I love that on a blade. It does have jimping on here, but the jimping is not really aggressive at all. But the way that I hold this knife, it doesn't have like a forward choil or anything, but the shape of the handle is freaking amazing. You know, it's not one of those that, you know, with this curvature, I was like, I just don't know, man. I tell you what, this is one hell of a comfortable knife. And then my thumb does land on that jimping, but it is not aggressive at all, so it doesn't feel like it really locks you in. I could probably lose it and not really feel anything. But the blade shape is just where it's the design of the knife, and it's where it's at. There's the Red Horse logo there with these cool holes in the blade, and it's just funky looking. I like funky. You know, I like this kind of stuff. It might not have, if I didn't get a good deal on this, I may not have bought it. But the fact that I did, and now I just didn't remember it being this freaking awesome as far as the thumb stud action and the drop shut action. Because I'm kind of getting spoiled now because my collection is kind of going a certain way, and with this kind of action, it's so much fun for me to play with. We'll see if the thumb stud action will be able to sustain me as a daily carry because I like to fidget with my knives. As of right now, though, I'm digging it. You'll see this pocket clip. I did put it in pocket, and it feels really good going in and out. I'm not a huge fan of the way it looks. It doesn't sit deep carry, but you guys know that, yeah, I don't really care. Sometimes I prefer not to have it. And it's not very aesthetically pleasing. I kind of, you know, for this price point, a 3D milled titanium pocket clip would have been nice, but that's probably one of the reasons that it is at this price point. So, you know, it swoops up, but I don't feel it. I don't feel it in my hand. These freaking ergos, man, I'm telling you. So anyways, we're going to put this in pocket. We're going to carry it around, see how this blade shape performs, because you guys know I have some cleaver style blades and whatnot. It does have a tip. So a lot of people don't like it that you can't pierce. And I get it. You're not going to be able to pierce with this as well as you are other blade shapes. But, you know, it feels very slight or very thin. Yeah, I'm just digging it. It is a flat grind. So we'll see. We'll see how it performs in the EDC tasks that I do on a daily basis. Carry it a little while and see. I just think it looks cool, especially in this blacked out kind of thing. Yeah. And I'm not usually a fan of that. Like Jake. Jake loves the murdered out look. You know, it doesn't really tickle my fancy like it does some people, but I really dig this. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you stopping by and checking it out with me. This will be a full review coming soon. You know, I've got a lot of stuff to go over, but I got this today and wanted to share it with you guys. So guys, stay safe in this crazy world that we are living in, and we will see you in the next one. Yeah, no shit. I'm never doing that. Hell no.